The past anime season was wild. Between the emotional whirlpool of Apothecary Diaries Season 2, the forever saga of One Piece, and the windbreaker kicking down the door with Season 2, we were booked, busy and binging, and in the chaos, we almost missed something. An anime that didn't just surprise me, it transformed me. One of the boldest, weirdest, and most emotionally rewarding show I've seen in years. Apocalypse Hotel isn't just some hidden gem, it's full crown, tossed in a glittering dumpster fire of genius. A surreal sci-fi comedy that smashes together political satire, slapstick chaos, intergalactic grief, counseling, and best damn tanuki drama you will ever see. It made me laugh, it made me cry, it made me question whether shampoo heads are metaphor for human dignity.
Shampoo ハットよし
And I'm begging you, don't leave this video before you find out what makes this series one of the most unforgettable stay in anime history. So here's the setup. Humanity gone, extinct. The planet is still spinning. And in the ruins of Earth, there's one place that is still open for business. The Gingaru Hotel. Run by an ancient Tanuki clan and staffed by robots, alien and emotional chaos.
おはようございます
The Gingarus is more than just a hotel. It's safe haven for every lost soul in the galaxy. A melting pot for grief, dream, tourism, political tension, and sometimes literal war crimes. Our main character is Yachiho, concierge, human-shaped robot, rule lover, and emotional disaster. Imagine if Siri became self-aware, took a job in hospitality, and slowly develops a soul by punching people through walls. Alongside her is Ponoko,
小さいメスが娘。
香港です地球人です
a tiny raccoon-like maniac with a heart full of love, fist full of poor decision. If you fuse Ayanami Ray, Bug Bunny, and your chaotic childhood best friend into one tanuki, that's Ponoko. Now let's talk tone, because on paper, Apocalypse Hotel should not work. One week it's political style,
ではそこの有権者のあなた
the next a parody of Apollo 13. Then it turns into quiet meditation on loss, followed by episode where two aliens die from earth allergy and staff hides their corpse like it's weekend at Bernie's. Yet somehow none of it feels jarring. The show wears absurdity like a tailored suit. It knows exactly when to make you laugh, when to make you think, and when to absolutely wreck you with a Tanuki funeral. I kept waiting for it to go off rails. It never did. That freedom of tone, it's not lazy, it's incredibly disciplined. The writers, animator, and director are not throwing spaghetti at the wall. They are building 10-course meal out of emotional chaos. And it's not just random, it's purposeful, expressive, and deeply personal. Because beneath the slapstick and surrealism is something raw, real, loneliness, belonging, fear of change, found family, identity. The idea that maybe even after the world ends, there is still a room for you at Gingaru. What really anchors the show are its characters. Yachiho starts out as a rule-bound robot, someone who literally can't think outside the manual. But the more time she spent with Ponoko and the staff, the more she starts to change. And then the show breaks her, sends her to space, blows up her legs, gives her the tank thread and clothes. It takes the idea of change and personalifies it. And instead of giving us quick fix, it shows her real frustration, real pain, real growth. Pinocchio, meanwhile, is the emotional core of the show. She is chaos wrapped in cuteness, but she also dealing with grief, leadership, and fear of abandonment. Her arc, especially with her grandmother Mujina, hits hard. And Mujina herself, a grandma who gets her funeral and granddaughter wedding at same time, leaving behind a beautiful message that turns me into a puddle. Her love is messy, aggressive, and unconditional, just like family should be. But the real secret sauce, the guest. Every episode throws someone new through the Gingaru's sliding doors. Alien ghost, intergalactic hitman, runway bridge, lost souls from dying planets. Some of them only stay for one night, others seeks the hotel to its core. But each one in their own strange way adds something to the story. A lesson, a laugh, a crisis, a friendship. They are not just one of the gag characters. They help reflect the show's core theme, impermanence, connection, and finding home in chaos. And sometimes they explode. But even that feels kind of beautiful here. Apocalypse Hotel is secretly one of the most thematically rich shows this season. Change is everywhere, physical, emotional, societal. The show doesn't hand you answers, it lets you stew in discomfort, laugh at absurdity, cry when it suddenly gets real. It also tackles grief, displacement, disability, and purpose, often all in one episode. But it does so through an allegory and chaos, which makes it weirdly more honest. It doesn't preach, it just exists like its character, doing their best in a world that's already ended. Visually, Apocalypse Hotel might not be the flashiest anime, but the style is perfect for the story. The animation feels like it's dancing between serious Sakugo and classic gag anime. The timing of the cuts, the use of color, the shot of composition during emotional beat is depictively smart, and the alien design, chef kiss. Every guest looks like they walked after the Ghibli X Junji Ito collaboration, and I mean that in the best way. If you are looking for something safe, structured, and predictable, this isn't it. But if you want an anime that jungles grief and comedy, bureaucracy and chaos, robot angst and tanuki weddings, and somehow nails every single landing, then book your stay at Gingaru. Apocalypse Hotel is kind of weird, wonderful series we need more of. A celebration of change, a big dumb poem about life, and the most meaningful shampoo hat you will ever see. But just between us, this show really got me. It's rare to find a show that's so absurd on the surface yet cut so close to the bone, that says, hey, the world is ending, your body might fall apart, you might lose everything you love, but even then, there's room for kindness, for laughter, for strange friendship, and unlikely forgiveness. That's what Apocalypse Hotel is. Not just a sci fi comedy, not just an enemy oddity. It's a reminder that even in the wreckage, especially in the wreckage, we can build something worth calling home. So if you do check it out at Gingaru, don't just laugh, don't just cry. Leave something behind. A weird memory, a message, a new rule in the handbook. Because that's how the show lives on. And trust me, when the last episode hits and the lights go down and the doors quietly slide shut behind you, you will realize something. You didn't just watch a hotel, you stayed there.